Here is a simple tutorial on how to make this stylish gathered maxi dress with a petal design. So if this is something you like, kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments at the comment section. So to start, I have 3 yards of fabric. On the much taller side, you should consider using 3.5 to 4 yards of fabric. Now I'll fold the first one first and I'll pin it down. After cutting the front, I'll use the front to cut out the back. So I'm supposed to fold it together, but I want to make it this way so that it will be easy to understand. Now the measurement you need here is your shoulder plus extra 1 inch, right? My shoulder is 14 inches plus extra 1 inch will give me 15. So do not divide your shoulder by 2. Now, if you want it to be more gathered, what you do is add extra inches to your shoulder measurement. You can add like extra 5 inches. Let's say, for example, 14 plus 5, you have 19, then add 1 inch. So, but I'll be using my shoulder measurement. Then I'm going to rule out a starting line, ½ inch on top. From here, I'll mark my shoulder minus 1. My shoulder is 14 minus 1. It will give me 13 inches. This is to enable me create the armhole. Now, for this dress, I want to take out minus 5 from the upper part. Now, I'm doing this because this measurement is okay for me. You can go ahead to use minus 6 or 7 inches. This totally depends on where you want your dress to start. At that minus 5, I'll place and mark my chest line, which is 7 inches. Now, how do you get your chest line? Which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Mine is 7 inches. Since I placed my tape at minus 5, I'll locate where I have 7 inches to mark. I'll go ahead to carve out the armhole very well into the armhole curve that I marked out already. Now, the next step is to get your gown length. Place your tape at that minus 5. If you're using minus 6, go ahead to do this. So I'm just going to use where my material ends, which is about 50 inches. I'm okay with here because my full gown length is about 56 inches and I don't really want mine to touch all the way to the ground. If you want yours to touch all the way to your full length, you'll be folding the other way around. I'm on the petite size, so this is okay for me, right? Now I'll go ahead to cut this out. Then after cutting this out, I'll go ahead to place it on another fabric, right? I'll go ahead to fold my fabric again, place it, and I will trace it out. This is just like cutting it together. I just want to cut it separately so that it won't be too confusing for some people. So this is what I have now. So what I will do is at this upper part now, I'll go ahead to run a gather stitch all the way around and also run it at the other side. Then I'll fold the lower part of the dress. So I've gone ahead to gather it and this is what I have. So just like I said, if you want to have much gathering at the upper part, you can go ahead to add few measurements. So now at the armhole, measure what you have. So what I have there is about 4 inches. So I cut out 4 inches by 2 inches here. I'll place it and then fold the edge, that is wrap the side of my armhole. The part I will be folding only is the armhole for the front. Do not cover the armhole of the back, right? You're going to sew this just like when you're attaching your bias, right? And start from the back part to the front. Repeat this at the other side. So after doing that, go ahead to measure what you have. What I have here is 2 inches and then measure what you have at the gathered neckline. Go ahead to place this and you sew with ½ inch. Then fold ½ inch and then top stitch it to the front of your dress. That is after placing it at the back. After sewing with ½ inch, you flip it to the right side, fold in with ½ inch and then top stitch it at the front this way to conceal that gathered area that you have. So as you're concealing the front part, you're also going to conceal the back of this dress too. So after I was done sewing that, we're going to cut out the pocket of this dress. So for the measurement for my pocket, I have 10 inches for the length and for the width I have 7 inches. So you'll be cutting out 4 pieces of this pocket, 2 for one side and 2 for the other side. So I'll go ahead to slit this side. After slitting here, I'll fold this way and go ahead to curve it out. So after curving out, this is what my pocket looks like. I'll bring my fabric and then we'll attach our pocket. So what I'll do is I'll place my tape at the upper part, which is that -5, and I will go ahead to mark my waistline. I want to use my waistline to attach the pocket, sorry, so that it doesn't go too low, or you can come up by 1 inch. I don't really like my pockets being so low. I like it close to my waistline. So I'll place this here, and I'm going to go ahead to use a pin to hold it down, and then I'll go ahead to also repeat this at the other side of my dress. I'll place my tape at this upper part of my dress, place it at -5, and I'll mark my waistline point. So what I'll do is to go ahead to place that pocket there also, then I'll stitch and also repeat it for the back pattern. So I've gone ahead to attach both the front and back pockets. Now measure your armhole at the back. What I have is 4 inches. Now remember, at the upper part we did -5. This -5 is both for the front and the back. So if I do -5 for the front and back, it will give me 10 inches. Then plus that extra 4 inches I have, it will give me 14. But I added extra 1 inch so that I will use it to conceal the rough edge of the sleeve, right? So what I will do is I cut out 2 inches by 15, right? Remember, it's supposed to be 2 inches by 14. I added extra 1 inch. Now place this starting from the back of your armhole area and place it to where the neckline of the dress stops. Now after this, I'll wrap this over this way with 1/2 inch and then place it. I'll go ahead to top stitch it. Then I'll go ahead to fold with half inch this way all the way till I stitch the sleeve or the spaghetti strap of this dress all the way up. After that, I placed the front and the back together, and I went ahead to from the armhole area to the pocket and down to the gown length. So you also stitch from the upper part to the pocket and all the way down. Now this is what I have. Now after stitching, this is what I have. It's time to attach this. You're not just going to attach it directly. We're going to cut out the petal for this. I used 5 inches here, went up by 1 inch, then divided it by 2. I'll come out by 1 inch here, 1 inch here, and I'll go ahead to connect. So this is not a standard. You can go ahead to readjust this if you want your flower to be much bigger. Now after this, I went ahead to cut this out, and I'll go ahead to place it on a fabric. So on each side, I'll be cutting out 10 pieces. In total, I'll be having 20 pieces. Now 10 pieces will be carrying an interfacing, while the other 10 pieces will not be carrying an interfacing. The interfacing I use is a pepper stay or gum stay, whichever you call it. So I'll just open it up and use this side, and I'll iron interfacing on it. Please remember to add 1/2 inch round while cutting. So on this part, I iron interfacing on. So what I'll do is I'll place the part that does not have interfacing stitched all the way around. After stitching all the way around, I'm going to go ahead to notch it so that it won't be bulky, and I'll turn it to the right side. After I'm done stitching, I'll place it together, the 5, and top stitch on it to join it together. Now measure what you have on top of it, because you'll be cutting out a fabric. Now what I'll do now is I'm going to place this way, and I'm going to sew with 1/2 inch, right? You're going to place it with 1/2 inch and stitch on this part. After stitching, you're just going to go ahead to fold this, the 1/2 inch, and place it and top stitch on top of it neatly. This is to create a channel where you'll be passing the rope on the neckline. So after sewing, this is what I have. I made a little strap which is about 18 inches long, and what I'll do is I'll put my safety pin and I'll pass it through the channel I made. Please, when you're making your rope, it should be slim so that you won't have difficulties passing it through the channel you made. The one I had was a bit thick, so while passing it, it was slightly difficult for me. So you continue doing this, and remember that whatever you do here, you repeat it on the other side of the dress. So this is what I have. I went ahead to stitch the other sleeve. So once you're done sewing, you will drag it this way and you turn it as if you're tying it. You can see me like tie it. You're going to twist the rope against each other, and what you do is place it here. Now you're going to use your pin to secure it, because you're going to top stitch it on this part. Now after that, take this your rope and place where that circle at the middle of the flower is. Take the middle of the flower and you're going to pin it. That one that is separate, you know, we have two sides on the flower. Then after I was done stitching, this is the final result of the dress. If you have any question regarding this tutorial, please go ahead to leave your question at the comment section. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button. Thanks.